यस्यान्तन्नादिमध्यं न हि करचरणं नाम गोत्रं न सूत्रं नो जातिर्नैव वर्णा न भवति पुरुषो नानपुंसं न च स्त्री नाकारं नो विकारं न हि जनिमरणं नास्ति पुण्यं न पापं तत्त्वन्नो तत्त्वमेकं सहजसमरसं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्म तत्त्वं विमानं वरिशिष्ठान्ते वसदृशिगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दमूर्तिं स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वेदान्तार्थविभासकायेतये शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादिनकेन्द्रसङ्घभवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततम् पूर्णाय बोधात्मने अपारसच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्विमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि। रागाचन्द्रसमानकः मूकानामपि कुर्वती सुरधुनीकाशवग्वैभवम् श्रीकाञ्चीनगरी विहाररसिका शोकापहन्त्री सता एका पुण्यपरम्परा पशुपतेराकारिणी राजते। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य ममवाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरं। मातामहो मातरं च पितरं च पितामहो मातुलं च गुरून् सर्वान् वन्दे ज्ञानसिद्धये। पीताम्बरं करविराजितशरं राधासहायमतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालकेशमनिशं हृदि भावयामि। गोपिका जीवनस्मरणं गोविन्द गोविन्द जानकीकान्तस्मरणं जय जय राम राम। हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव। The 5 adhyayas in Bhagavata from in Dashamaskandha, adhyayas 29 to 33 are called the Rasa Panchadhyaya. They are the heart of Bhagavata. The heart of Bhakti is there. The heart of Bhagavan's Upadesha is in Ekakshaskandha. The heart of Bhakti, the Bhakti Rasa that is there, is in these 5 adhyayas. Just as the breath is important for the body, prana is important, and without prana, there is nothing for the sharira. Similarly, the Rasa Panchadhyayi is for Bhagavata. There are Pancha Pranas, similarly there are Pancha Adhyayas in Rasa Panchadhyayi. That is what gives the energy, the upliftment, the beauty to Bhagavan's Leela. It is like the central gem of all his Leelas. We saw various philosophical dimensions of Rasa Leela, and we went through the first 3 Dashakams in the Rasa Panchakam here in Narayaneeyam in the previous lecture. The Rasa, the word Rasa itself means a combination of all the rasas. Rasa is something that you enjoy. So a multitude of rasas together the bhava of rasa is rasa. The one who is able to enjoy can enjoy rasa. Enjoyment can come only when there is peace in the mind. If mind is not peaceful, if the mind is not clear, then even if there is enough to enjoy, you cannot enjoy it. Even in material pleasures, if the mind is not fit to enjoy that pleasure, the mind is thrashing everywhere. If it is filled with disquiet and discalm, then there is no way you're going to be able to enjoy even if the greatest of pleasures is in front of you. So to enjoy and to experience this Rasa Leela, the mind has to be very calm and peaceful and very pure. That is when that Rasa Leela, that Anubhava, that experience of Rasa Leela will happen within us. In this Rasa Panchaka, in this Rasa Leela, we can see various levels of gopis. There are three kinds of gopis here. One of them is highest like Radha, who completely surrendered to Bhagavan, who know nothing other than Bhagavan. They are an analogy for Jnanis and Paramabhaktas, where Bhagavan in Gita says, Tesham Jnani Nityayuktaha Eka Bhaktir Vishishyate. That Eka Bhakti is there in Radha. There is nothing else other than Krishna in her life. So that Gopi, who is not mentioned in Bhagavata, but Bhattatri clearly says as Radha, she knows nothing other than Krishna. Everything is only Krishna. That is one level of gopis. The second group of gopis are the unmarried Kannikas. Many gopis are there. They have not been initiated into anything. It seems like they are meeting Bhagavan for the first time, but they have been attracted to Bhagavan. They are all attracted to Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is taking them along the path. This is how it is said in the 12th chapter. You give yourself to Bhagavan. You say, I do not know anything. And you are the one who has to uplift me from this ocean of samsara. Bhagavan will come and uplift you. So those are the gopis who are still young maidens. The third is the class of gopis who are married. They represent all those who have gone through many difficulties, who have done different upasanas, who are on the spiritual path, who want to attain Bhagavan. And now all their upasana, all their worship is gaining fruit in the form of Bhagavad Sakshatkara, Bhagavad Anubhava. Out of these, the Jnanis are very less in number. That's why Radha is only one in number. Whereas the other two groups have a lot of people. And all of them, for all of them, the final Anubhava is the same. Once Bhagavan grants you that moksha, then everywhere it is only Chaitanya Swarupa, it is that Brahmananda all through and through. So whichever the bhakti you might be in, once you are under the umbrella of Bhagavan's protection, once you have done Sharanagati in him, the final fruit is the same for everyone. That jnana is given by Bhagavan and final fruit is same for all the classes of bhaktas. When Bhagavan played the flute at the beginning of this rasa, so in Bhagavata it begins as Bhagavan Ratrihi Sharadotpilla Mallikaha. So Bhagavan Ratrihi. Those nights, which nights? The ones in the Sharad Ritu. So we are also currently in the Sharad Ritu. Around October to now, December is the Sharad Ritu. Before the winter, after the monsoon is the Sharad Ritu. A very pleasant weather, neither too cold nor too hot, nor is it raining. It's very pleasant weather. So in those nights, Sharadotpilla Mallikaha, Bhagavan started playing this melodious flute. And all the gopis, they were attracted. Because only they could listen to the flute. Others were not capable of hearing that flute. Only those sadhakas who are right enough become the patra for the grace of Bhagavan. Become worthy of the grace of Bhagavan. So only the gopis are able to hear this. So the grace, only gopis are ripe for the grace currently. All others have not yet ripened enough. When one devotee went to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and asked him, Bhagavan is all very compassionate. Then all of us should be getting that compassion. We should all be receiving the compassion. Why are we not receiving? That was the question he posed. எங்ககிட்டயும் அருள் காட்டுறமே பகவானே பகவான் எங்ககிட்டயும் அருள் அந்த அருள் எப்ப வரும்? This is the question he asked. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi replies, I will quote in Tamil and then translate. அருள் தான் இருக்கு, நீ குறுக்கே வராம இருந்தா போதும். So there is only grace that is there from Bhagavan, which is represented by this melodious flute. But only few of us are able to grasp it. Few of us are able to receive it. The others are not able to receive it. So only grace exists. You should not come in between and block the grace. So all our wireless instruments nowadays, it's a very clear example. So the signal is always there all around. But the antenna has to be correctly tuned to receive the signal. Similarly, our mind has to be tuned to receive the grace of Bhagavan. So that is what we call as Chitta Shuddhi. And it is only for Chitta Shuddhi that we do all the puja, parayana, japa, homa. All the sadhanas are for Chitta Shuddhi. Once this Chitta Shuddhi is attained, the grace will automatically flow through the channel and you will stay in that Swaswarupa. All these gopikas, they are like the flute. There is nothing inside them. So Bhagavan's melody flows through them. So the flute is also an analogy for representing that if you have a lot of clout and clutter within you, then the music will not flow through you. The bamboo flute through the inside, you have to be completely pure, Shuddha. Then Bhagavan's melody will flow through you. That arul, that grace will flow through you, and you will become the recipient of Bhagavan's grace. So in this way, all of them were attracted. The previous Katha Bhaga we saw that they all came to Bhagavan. Bhagavan gave them Upadesha saying, you all should not come here, you all should go back. They said, we are completely surrendered unto you. And they all started sporting with Bhagavan. But suddenly he disappeared as all of them were encompassed by that ego that Bhagavan has become mine. He's mine now. He is completely mine. Because of that ego, he suddenly disappeared with only a single gopi who is termed to be Radha. Then after they all went searching for him and they found that Radha was also abandoned somewhere deep into the forest. Then she also felt that pride. Later, after a long time of grieving and calling out, then he appears in front of them as Sakshan Manmatha Manmathaha. He is Manmatha, he is Kamadeva to even Kamadeva. That is the amount of beauty that Bhagavan possesses. You cannot take your eyes off him. So the same beauty was there in Ramavatara also. So their poets say Rama was adorned with a lot of abharanas. As a Raja in Ayodhya, whenever he used to be, with all the Pitambara, many different kinds of ornaments, he used to be adorned with. Those ornaments were adorned so that his natural beauty is lessened. So the citizens of Ayodhya could never see the natural beauty of Bhagavan's divine body. When he went to the forest, he had to give away all these ornaments. In Ayodhya, he went into the forest of Dandakaranya. There, when he meets the rishis fall in love with that divine body of Bhagavan. The rishis who have won over all their indriyas, for them their only penance is their only dhana. It is their only wealth. Tapodhana, they're called. Penance is their only wealth. There is no other wealth they crave for. They fall head over heels seeing this divine body of Bhagavan. And that is when that desire arises within them that we want to embrace this body. But in Ramavatara, that grace is there only for very few. Mother Sita, Hanuman and Bharata and few others. Nobody else gets an embrace in Ramavatara. So those rishis are now born as Gopikas to get the embrace of Bhagavan. In Krishna Avatara, it is very simple. Everyone gets the embrace of Bhagavan. So here, to fulfill the desire of those rishis, they are born again as gopis here, and we have the Rasa Leela taking place. Only if we are Rasikas, we will be able to enjoy the Rasa Leela. Bhagavata says, Pibata Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam Uhuraho Rasigaha Bhuvi Bhavugaha. That if you drink the rasa of the rasa, you have to be a rasika. If you are not able to see the rasa in rasa, then in rasika you just have to take out the word ra. You are just sick. You are sick with material things. All the sickness has to be taken outside. You have to be given the medicine of chitta shuddhi, and then this rasikatva will come. So let us pray to Bhagavan that by reading Rasa Leela, we get that Rasikatva for his Leelas and the Chitta Shuddhi arises within us. Sri Shukadeva, who is an Avadhuta, so there is this story of Shukadeva where Vyasa comes searching for Shukadeva. Shukadeva is walking away very fast. He is an Avadhuta, he has no attachment. There is a group of women bathing in the river. Shukadeva passes along there. He himself is not wearing any clothes. These women are bathing and therefore they have kept their clothes on the banks. But when Shukadeva passes, they do not feel anything unusual. They do not feel like they have to cover themselves up. And they just pass through. And Shukadeva passes. But Vyasa, who is coming searching for Shuka, he runs behind. And when he comes there, the women feel overly coy and shy and they cover themselves up. Later it is revealed that Shuka does not even have a distinction between male and female. He does not even see the bodies. He has no distinction at all. That is the state of his Brahmanishtha. But Vyasa, even though he is a jnani, he still has the distinction of male and female, and therefore these women feel like covering themselves up. When they see Shuka, they see only Bhagavat Swarupa, they see nothing else. They see that Akhanda Chaitanya. This is to show the status of Shuka and not to lessen Vyasa. So that kind of Shuka Maharishi, Shuka Brahmarishi, is reciting this Rasa Leela, and when he recites this, he goes into an extremely meditative state. Just pulls him. It is that absorption of Jivatman into the Paramatma. All the gopis are Jivas. They are absorbed into the Paramatma of Krishna here. They are becoming one with him. That Akhandatva is what is in display over here. Those gopis and Praja, they are gaining the jnana of Akhanda Chaitanya also. And as a metaphor for all of us, we are seeing that union of Jivatma with the Paramatma. Dashakam 68. Tava vilokana gopika jana pramada sankula pankaje kshana amrita dharaya sampluta iva stivijatan dadhu tvatpuro gataha. So as mentioned previously, this Dashakam is in the same meter as the Gopika Geetam, the famous Gopika Geetam in Bhagavata. The meter is named as Sammata. It's a very musical meter. There are various tunes to sing it, and many people sing it with the word Krishna in between. Tavavilo Ganat. All the Gopikas are there. Krishna has appeared in front of them. Just by looking at him, Pramada Sankulaha, they are brimming with joy. Oh, one with lotus eyes, butterfly also. Pankaje Kshana, Amritadharaya Sampruta Iva. It's as if somebody has poured buckets of nectar upon them. It's as if there is a rain of nectar. Samplutaha, they are drowned in that. Stimitatam dadhu tvatpuro gataha. Stimitata means they came in front of you and they are standing there like a stone, motionless. There's not a movement in them. When you look at something so surprising, so beautiful, so shocking, there is no motion in your body. That is the feeling that is there in Gopikas. Stimitatam dadhu tvatpuro gataha. Tadanuka jana tvatkaram bhujam. Immediately, all of them are standing motionless like this. Suddenly, one of the gopis, she felt that she had to catch hold of Krishna, and she caught hold of his hand. Sapadi grinhati nirvishankitam. All of them are standing motionless. She just overcame that bashfulness, that shyness, and without any inhibition, she caught hold of Krishna's hand and kept it on her chest. Ghanapayodhare sannidhayasa vyoma-samskrta-pathasala chiram. As soon as she kept that hand on her own chest, there was horripilation all over her body. Vyoma-samskrta, she seems transported to a different world altogether. For a long time, she stood there in a meditative state. Tava vibho para kovalam bhujam nijagalantare paryaveshtayat. Another gopi, she came and she caught hold of the other hand and she tightly put it around her own neck. You put it so tight that Galasamudgatam pranamarutam pradinivundhati vatiharshula. Almost felt those the prana that goes inside and outside, that is going to stop, but she did not allow that prana to come from inside through her neck, emerging from her throat. So tightly she took Krishna's hand and put it around her own neck. Apagatatrapa kapikamini tava mukham pujat pugacharvikam Pratigrihayat Bhaktra Pankaje Nidadati Gata Purnakamata. Another gopi, she came close by. Both the hands of Krishna are taken. So she came close and she was standing there. And Krishna is chewing the betel leaf and all his lips are red. And she just put her hand and took those betel leaves and she put it in her own mouth. Her own lotus-like mouth, and she felt like she had attained the greatest thing in her life, that absolute fulfillment she felt. Purna kamata. Purna kama. Purna kama means there is nothing more that you can desire. Nothing more you want. Purna kamata. Vikaruno vane sambihayama. Apagato sika tvamihas prushed. Iti saroshaya tavadekaya sajalalochanam Dikshito Bhavan. One gopi is still very angry that Krishna disappeared, leaving them all at the night. So even in the Gopika Geetam, they chide Krishna, saying, Kitava Yoshitaha Kastyajen Nishi. Kitava means like a thief or one who is a worthless fellow, who just roams around. So only one who is irresponsible would leave so many ladies alone at night and just disappear altogether. Kitava Yoshitaha Kastyajen Nishi. Who would leave women and go away at night? So the same thing she is telling here. Vikarudovani, you have no compassion at all. In the middle of the night, in the deep forest, you just left us. Sambihagama, apagatosi. You went away. So why would anyone touch a person like this? Twami, ta twami has appreciated. I will not come near you at all. Iti saro shaya, with so much anger. Sajalalochanam, but she's sitting there and constantly looking at Bhagavan, tears flowing down her eyes. She's looking at Krishna with all that desire. She's looking at Krishna. It is that kopa which comes due to love. It's called pranaya kopa, pranaya kalaha. Because of love itself, you fight with him. So sajalalochanam dikshito bhavane. Iti muda kulai vallavi janai samamupagato yamune tate mridukuchambarihi kalpitasane ghusrina bhasure paryashobhatha. So thus each of them, they all dragged it towards the bank of Yamuna. There in the companies of gopis, all of them are sitting there, and all of them, they put their garment there, and happily Krishna is sitting on the garment. Paryashobhatha means he was so resplendent. Looking at him himself, he has so much happiness to the heart. He just, and each of the clothes is stained with saffron. All the Kashmira is there. Kalpita asane, they made a seat for Krishna, and he sat there on that asana. Katividha kripa kepi sarvato dhrutadayo dayaha kechidashrite. Kadichididrisha madrishe swapi tyabhito bhavan vallavi janai. So all of them are little angry with Krishna. Now that one gopi told it, all of them are little angry, and they start subtly teasing him and subtly showing their anger towards him. So they say there are three kinds of compassion that we know of. Katividha kripa. How many kinds of compassion are there? We will tell. And all the gopis are telling. They are telling Krishna what kinds of compassions are there. Kepi sarvataha dhritadayodayaha. Few people, these great jnanis and mahatmas, they show compassion towards every person. They do not have mine or other something. Any being, they show compassion towards. Sarvataha dhritadayodaya. Everywhere they show compassion. This is one class of people. The second class of people is kechidashrite. To those who have surrendered themselves, those who depend upon them, to them they show compassion. For example, we show compassion to our family, to our friends. We show an amount of compassion. That they might be dependent to us or they are related to us, they are connected to us, who show compassion. Kechidashrite. This is the second set of people who show compassion. Third set of people are like you, Krishna. Kadichid idrishaha, just like you. Madrisheshvapi tyabhito bhavan vallavi janai. Those who have completely surrendered themselves to you and have no other gati, no other shelter, even to them you do not show one amount, one lavalesha, one drop of compassion you do not show. Even to people like us. This is the third class. People like you are the third class. Say all the gopikas to Krishna. Completely abandoning everything, we have surrendered ourselves. But you do not show even an iota of compassion towards us. Then Krishna replies, Ayi kumarika naiva shakyata katinata vayi premakatare mayi tu chetaso bono vrittaye kritamidam maye tyujivan bhavane. Ayi kumarika, oh gopikas, naiva shakyata. Don't doubt me like this. Don't be afraid or don't doubt me like this. You are all very close to me. Katinata mayi premakatare. I want your love. I am desirous of your prema. That is why you see this katinata. That is, I seem to be hard towards you because I am afraid of losing your love. So if I go away, if I show that separation, then I feel like you will want me more, and that is why I did that. That hard-heartedness in me, that is only a show. So this disappearance that I did, all this act that I did, is so that your mind is always continuously, so that it is always on me. That is why I did all this action of disappearance and appearance again. Listen to me, listen to me. Nishamyatam, Jiva Vallabhaha. You are the dearest to my own prana. My life is dependent on you. As there's nobody as dear to me as you are. Priyatamo Janaha Nendrisho Mama. Equal to you, there is nobody else as dear to me. Tadiha Ramyatam Ramyayami Nishu Anuparodhamityalapo Vibho. Therefore, come, let us all play, let us all sport. On these beautiful nights, there is no rain, not very cold, beautiful nights without any hindrance, without any hurdle. Let us all sport. Itigiradhikam modameduraihi brajavadhu janihi sakamaramanne. Itigiradhikam, by such words which are filled with immense joy. Adhikam modam. So much happiness. So when Krishna spoke itself, they were filled with happiness. Along with all the gopikas enjoying on the banks of Yamuna. Kalita Kautuko Rasakelane. The Kalita Kautuka, the enthusiasm, filled with enthusiasm for playing the rasa. Gurupuri Bate Pahimangada. Oh Krishna, who are ready to perform Rasa Leela, deign to eradicate all my ailments. Save me from all my afflictions. Praise under 3. Now comes the most famous among the Rasa Leela Dashakas, the 69th Dashaka, the Rasa Krida Varnana. The Varnana, the description of the dance of Krishna and the gopis. केशपाशधृतमिच्छिका विदति सञ्चलं मकरकुण्डलं हारजालवनमालिका ललितमङ्गरागघनसौरभं पीतचेलधृतकाञ्चिकाञ्चितमुदञ्चलं शुमणिनूपुरं रासकेलिपरिभूषितं तव हि रूपमीश कलयामहे. We meditate upon your rupas, says Bhattatree. What kind of rupa? What kind of rupa are you meditating on? Keshapashadhrita pinchika. Pinchika means the peacock flowers. All the peacock flowers, the group of peacock feathers, they are arranged on the top of Krishna's head. Sanchalam Makara Kundalam. And his earrings, which are in the form of a fish, the earrings are in the shape of a fish. Those are nicely shaking here. Sanchalan Makara Kundalam Harajala Vanamalika Lalita Mangara Gaghana Saurabham. So there are various kinds of necklaces and garlands made of flowers and leaves from the forest itself. Angaraga Ghana Saurabham. And there is a scent all over his Krishna's body that emanates the chandana he has, and various other scents from the flowers, and also others that he has put upon himself from the forest. Ghana Saurabham is very nice. That the smell coming out of the scents is beautiful. That strong fragrance that is there. Pita Jela Dhrita Kanchi Kanchita Mudanchadam Shumani Nupuram. Pita Chela Dhrita. He has a Pitambara which he has tied, and at his hip on the girdle he is wearing a golden girdle. Kanchika Anchitam. Kanchika is the what would say in Tamil as Odiana. The ornament that we wear on the hip is called Kanchika. Anchitam Udanchad Amshumani Nupuram. And Amshumani is what we wear, the ornaments that are worn on the arms and the shoulders. Amshumani Gopuram Rasake Paribhushitam, and also the Amshumani is the one that are worn near the legs, like anklets. Rasake Paribhushitam. So he is well adorned to play this Rasa Leela, to dance. He is well adorned. We meditate on this beautiful form of Sri Krishna. As he was ready, immediately many others became ready. Tavadeva Krita Mandane Kalita Kanchuli Kakuja Mandale. So at the same time, all the gopis, all the damsels who were present there, they also decorated themselves. So many of them had come decorated weirdly. So they put the necklace on the hip and the hip on the necklace. So they had decorated themselves like this. So now they all arranged themselves. So Krita Mandane, they decorated themselves properly. Kalita Kanjuli, Kakucha Mandale, and all the garments they had put it down for Krishna to sit. They took it back, they all wore it. They wore it nicely so that they could dance. Gandalo, Lavani Kundale, and the Kundala, the earrings that they are wearing, they are all nicely just swaying like that, swaying, and those are flashing through their cheeks. That is how Bhattacharya is describing. Gandalo, Lavani Kundale, Yuvati Mandale, Thabari Mandale, and they all form a circle around Krishna. Antara Sakala Sundari Yugala Mindira Ramana Sancharam Manjulam Tadanurasake Limayi Kanjana Samupadadha. Kanjana means one with the lotus eyes. What did you do? You went in between each of the women and you performed this Rasalita. So all of them are holding their hands and they're all standing in a circle and they're all dancing. Krishna goes in between every two women. So Yugalam, Indira Ramana, Sundari Yugalam, two women, two gopikas. So in between every two gopikas, Krishna goes and then he comes again. He goes to every two gopikas and he keeps coming out. So that is the way he is dancing there. Anjulam, that is so beautiful. So this, we would have seen many pictures also that there is a Krishna present in each gopika. So in the beginning, there is only one Krishna. He goes in between everyone and he comes out. And then later, we see there is a Krishna in between every gopika also. So that is also Bhattacharya is going to say, there is a tattva behind this. Nuchuranna says that all these gopikas are like chitta vrittis. The thoughts that we get within our mind are these gopikas. So every thought, it feels like our mind is never at peace. We are thinking something or other. It may be a good thought, it may be a bad thought, it may be a neutral thought, maybe nothing. But there is no, we never see our mind with no thought at all. That is very hard. That is how it feels. It feels like we are always thinking of something or the other. We don't remember a time when our mind is just not thinking anything. But in between every thought, there is a gap. And in that gap, that Atma Swarupa is there. So all the gopis are like Chitta Vritti, and between every gopi, there is that Paramatma Swarupa. There is Sri Krishna there, emerging between every gopi. And if you can catch hold of that Krishna, so each gopi has caught hold of the Krishna, and therefore they are all taken to Paramananda. If we can catch hold of the Sri Krishna Swarupa within our own manas, in our own Atma Swarupa, if we can catch hold of that, then we will also be taken to that Paramananda. So that is why, Nuchuran also says, that is why Krishna is called as Idayan. Tamil, the word Idayan means one who grazes cows is also called as Idayan. But one who is there in between two is called as Idayan. Idayala Varaman Idayan. Krishna is present in between every two gopis, therefore he is Idayan. So he has the Atma Swarupa, he is present in between every thought. Therefore, he is also called as Idayan. So that Antara Sakala Sundari Yugalam. So in between every two gopis, as he goes and he comes, that is where we have to catch hold of him. And what does he do? He goes in between two gopis, he takes so two of them are holding their hands. He removes their hands slowly and he catches hold of both their hands. And as soon as he catches hold of their hands, they are thrown into delirium that Krishna is with them, he is dancing with them, and with this, they just close their eyes and they are in the bliss. He puts their hands together and they don't know Krishna has left, and immediately he goes to the next two gopis. Like this, he goes around playing with each couple of gopis. Antara Sakala Sundari Yugalam Indira Ramana. Oh, consort of Lakshmi. One only Lakshmi had gotten this Anubhava till now. Indira Ramana, all the gopis, all the Jivamas are getting this Anubhava. Sancharan Vasudeva Tava Bhasamanamiha Rasake Girasa Saurabham Durato Vikhalu Narada Gaditamakaliya Kutuka Kula Veshabhushana Vilasa Veshana Vilasini Shata Samavrita Nakato Yugapada Gata Viyati Vegato Thasura Mandali Vasudeva. Oh, Vasudeva. Narada, he saw this and he went all over the three worlds. He went and he gave the news everywhere. He was the reporter. Narada Gaditam. He went to the heavens and he reported that there is a Rasa Leela happening on the banks of Yamuna. All of you cannot miss it. This breaking news. Narada Gadidamakali Yakutuka Kula. The whole Suramandali, all the gods and all the Apsaras, all the damsels, the celestial damsels, all of them arrived there. How did they arrive? Immediately, Nakato Yugapadagata. At the instant of listening to it, they all immediately came there. They also had all dressed themselves up. Vesha Bhushana Vilasa Veshana Vilasini Shata Samavrita. All the gods, they all came along with their wives and they were all well decked. Rasakeli Rasa Saurabham. So to see Krishna, who is in this beautiful Rupa of Rasakeli, and to wanting to see this Rasakeli, the sport of Rasa, Krishna, who is just effulgent over him, Bhasamanam, to see that Krishna, all of them came so fast from the heavens itself, and they all stood in the skies, one behind the other. They all had assembled there to watch this Rasa Leela. Venunada Krita Tanadana Kadaganara Gagati Yojana Lubhaniya Mridupada Pata Krita Tala Melana Manoharam. Explaining these sentences in a different language is what makes it difficult. By reading that itself, probably most of you, whether you understand Sanskrit or not, you get the beauty of it. So by explaining or putting those in a different language, especially in English, I am probably reducing the rasa of Rasa Leela. Krishna is playing the flute and standing there, and there is a rhythm in that flute that is coming out. And all the gopis are also singing along with it. Gana Raga, various ragas, they are all singing. And these two put together, Yojana Lobhaniya Mridu. Lobhaniya means it is very desirable that the way they are putting that music and flute and the steps of their feet together, it's just so desirable to see and to listen. Pada Pata Krita Tala Melana. And the way their feet are moving to those beats that are being created by the song and by the flute, Melana Manoharam, it just takes your heart away. It's so wonderful. And everything is so melodious. Panisan, Kwanita, Kankanam, and even their hands that are moving and the sound that is coming from the bangles, that is also in beat with all of the beats that is there, all the rhythm that is there. Panisan, Kwanita, Kankanam, Chamohoram Salam, Vitagaram Pujam, Shroni Vipachaladambaram, Hajatarasake, Lirasadambaram. And every now and then Krishna keeps his arms on the shoulders of the gopis. And as they're dancing around in that circle, the cloth that they have tied at the waist like that, they will tie a cloth like this, it is all just fluttering. It's almost like Bhattacharya is painting that picture in front of our eyes. If you see those Ravi Varma paintings, a few other paintings, as the gopis are coming around, that the lower garment will flow through in that the way they're. If you have seen a dance, you will know the beauty. That when they just give that spin or when they're dancing, there is a flow of the garment. That's what he's saying. Shodibim Bachaladambaram Bhajata Rasake Rasadambaram. the Dambara of Rasakeli, in that wondrous Nritya of Rasa, that majesty that is there in that Rasa Leela, let us all bhajata, worship that Rasakeli. Spardhaya virachita anugana krita taratara madhurasvare. So there is a competition between the gopis now. Spardha virachita anugana krita taratara. Tara means a high pitched noise, sound, that melodious music. Taratara madhurasvare. So one is singing in a high pitched note, the other is singing in a more louder voice. She wants to be heard more than the other gopi. They are in competition. So one above the other, each one is singing, and but they're all following the same beat. Anugana krita taratara madhurasvare nartane thalalitangahara luditangahara manibhushane. As they're dancing like this, that lalita angahara that they have, angahara means the movement of the lips is called angahara. Anga harati. And all movement of the lips, the graceful movement that is there, so that is all very beautiful. Lalita Angahara. As the limbs are moving in this beautiful motion, Lulita Angahara Manibhushane. Lulita is to move from a place, it is to fall away. So all that ornaments that they had neatly worn before the start of the dance, the necklace, the earrings, and whatnot, all the bangles, they are all moving away from their positions. They are not standing there neatly. They have all moved away. Dulitangahara manibhushane sammadena krita pushpavarshamala mumishad divishadamkulam. So divishadamkulam, the heavenly celestials who are watching this from the heavens, from the sky, they are called, they do not have eyelids, they do not blink at all. So divishadamkulam. So now they are even more open-eyed. Mumishad. So they themselves do never blink, but especially for this Rasa Leela, they are all watching, open-eyed, wide-eyed, they are all watching, and they are all pouring flowers from there. It's raining flowers from the heavens. Chinmaye tvayi niliyamanamiva sammumoha savadhukulam. So they also, all those devatas also, they felt like they were completely entranced, just like these gopis. They all felt that they had become one in that Chinmaya, and that Chit Swarupa of Bhagavan, that Atma Swarupa of Bhagavan, they felt like they had become one with that Niliyamanamiva sammumoha. That it just engulfed them. That experience of Atmanubhava engulfed them, that pure consciousness just engulfed them, just like that engulfed all these. Here, the gopis dancing here, just like it engulfed them, it engulfed those in the Devaloka also. They just remained entranced like that. Svinnasanna tanuvalleri itadanu kapina mavashupangana kantamam samavalambate smatabatanti bharamupulekshana. So one gopi who was dancing on the adjacent to Bhagavan, she became very tired. Svinna means it is all sweating and dripping. Tanuvallari, because of that sweating and over-exhaustion, she became extremely tired. Sanna has become very tired. That Tanuvallari, that one with a slender waist, Kapinama Pashupangana, one of those gopis, Kantamam Samavalambate, she just held on to Krishna's arm for support. So she was almost going to fall down. He just held on to his arm. Avalambate means for support, so that she does not fall down. Tavatanti bharamupulekshana. Her eyes were just half closed because of the tiredness. Kachidacharita kuntala navapatirasa raghana saurabham panchane natava sanchuchum vabhujam anchito rupula kankura. Another gopi, Kachite, Acharita kuntala. Her hair was dishevelled. With all this dancing, she had tied into a bun or she had put a pony or whatever. It just became dishevelled with all the dancing. And now she is also extremely tired. Navapati rasa raghana saurabham. All that. So Krishna's hand also has that sandal base, and therefore is extremely fragrant. Though this gopi is not as tired as the previous one, she is not going to fall down. So, but now seeing the other gopi catch hold of Krishna's arm, she also felt like doing the same. And as an excuse, she caught hold of his arm. She just caught hold of his arm, and she had horripilation all over. She felt that pulaka, that experience of horripilation all over, and in between, just as if pretending to support herself, she just kissed his arm, sanchuchumba, just by deceit. Vanchanena tava sanchuchumba. She did not require the support of the arm, but because she wanted to kiss his arm, she caught hold of that arm. Vanchanena tava sanchuchumba bhuja manchito rupula kankura. Kapi ganda bhuvi sannidhaya nija gandama kulita kundalam punyabhu Punyapura Nithiran Baba Patava Pugachar Vitarasamritam. Kavi, another Gopika, she came close to Krishna and Nija Gandama Kulita Kundalam, her own cheek, which was embellished by her earring, that Agunita Kundalam, that swaying earring, that cheek she came and placed it on your cheek. Ganda Bhuvi Sannidhaya, that Punyapura Nidhi. That one, she had so much merit. What is the great punya that she had done to get such an anubhava, to get such an experience? Tava pugachar vitarasam. She got that rasa, that nectar of the betel leaves that you chewed by keeping her cheek on your cheek. She got the juice of the betel leaves that you were chewing. Indira Vihriti Mandiram Bhuvana Sundaram Hinatanantare. Indira Vihriti Mandiram. Oh, you, Krishna, who is the Ashraya for Indira, for Lakshmi herself, who is the playfield of Lakshmi, Bhuvana Sundaram. Bhattacharya uses the same epithet that Rukmini used, Bhuvana Sundara, one who is the most beautiful in all the worlds. Natanantare, in between all this dance, Swamabhapya Dadhurangana Kimuna Sammadod Madadashantaram. What ecstasy did they not enjoy? They were all extremely ecstatic. It is the highest bliss that they would have possibly, that anyone could possibly attain to. Sammadod Madadashantaram. Ganamisha Viratam Kramena Kilavadyame Lanamuparatam Brahmasam Madarasa Kula Sadasi Kevalam Nandrituranganaha. So slowly the music also reduced. So they were the ones who were singing. So slowly that music, slowly it was subdued. Gradually it became subdued. Kramena Vadyamedana Muparatam. That Vadya, all the instruments, probably the heavenly celestials were also playing the instruments, that also slowly subdued. Brahmasam Madarasa Kulaha. But all the gopis, they were still drowned, they were immersed in that Brahmanubhava, in that bliss of Brahman. They were all immersed, and they were simply dancing to that inner thala that was already there with them. There is no external music, there is no external vadya that is going on, but the dance is still continuing. Kevalam Nanrituhu Anganaha Navidan Picha Nivikam Kimapi Kantulim Kimapi Kuntalim Apicha Kanchurim Jyotisham Api Kadambakam Divinam Pitam Kimaparam Tuve. In the deep extreme bliss of the Brahman, they did not know any external condition of theirs. Nivikam Kimapi, the knot of their blouse also they did not know. Nivika is the blouse that they're wearing and the knot that is present there. Kuntali, that hair that is going, condition of that hair, she did not know. Kanchuri, the garment that she was wearing, she did not know about that. And not only this, what to talk about these gopis forgetting their external bodies, even the nature, the stars that were present in the sky, Jyotisham api kadambakam, the community of stars that is present in the sky, it wanted to wait, it forgot that it had to move. The stars are in continuous motion, even though slowly they are in continuous motion, the stars forgot that they had to move and they just stood still watching this Brahma Rasa that is taking place in front of them. As if they took a moment, they just stopped there. What more can I say? Say Bhattacharya. Modasim Nibhuvanam Vilapya Vihritim Samapya Jatato Vibho Kelisam Vridita nirmalanga subhagatmanam. So know the CP, the limit of bliss. There is no bliss higher than that. It is the highest joy, it is the highest bliss that one can attain. Bhuvanam vilambya. So when you're in that highest bliss, there is nothing more. The whole world has merged into that bliss. Vihritim samapya. So stopping that sport for that day, ending that dance. Tato vibho khelisam dadita nirmalanganavagharmalesha subhagatmanam. Because of all this extreme, that the exercise that they have gone through, all the limbs of the gopis were extremely tired, and it was made beautiful by the fresh drops of sweat that was coming upon that. And nirmala anga. So the sweat that is coming upon the body of gopis itself is cleansing them, and they all look so beautiful. Manmatha sahana chetasam pashupayoshitam sukrita choditaha tavada kalita murtihi adathita maravira paramotsavan. So many forms Krishna took. Akalita murti. As many forms as the number of gopis that were there, and with each gopi, so many amorous sports that Krishna did on those nights of those Sharat, and they were just unable to bear the pangs of that love that was there. Manmatha asahana chetasam sukrita choditaha, but because of their purvarjita punya, how much tapas that they have not done in their previous janmas, because all the punya, sukrita choditaha, Krishna gave them that anubhava, and with each of them he had a great festival. Kelibheda parilolita atilalita abbalalibihi swairameshananu suraja payasi charunama vihritim vyatha. Various different kinds of sports. Kelibheda parilolita as each one wanted. Ye yathamam prapadyante tams tathaiva bhajamyaham, says Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. However, the devotee desires Bhagavan, to that devotee, that particular way, I give the anugraha. If Krishna can give moksha to people like Shishupala and Dattavaktra, who are always despising and deriding and speaking only ill about him, what to ask about the gopis who are desiring for him? They all caressed Krishna fondly. Krishna caressed them fondly. Krishna is also tired after all this. So when each of them give each other support, Swairamisha, independently, with no care in the world, Suraja Payasi. Suraja is this daughter of Surya, who is Yamuna here. In the waters of Yamuna, you were playing great sport with no care in the world. Charunama. Oh, how wonderful, how ecstatic those sports were, how captivating those were. Kanane pichavi sarishi talakishorama rutamanohare. Those deep forests, the wind is slowly flowing there, and this cool breeze that is there, the cool breeze over all the body, with that extreme sweating when the breeze is blowing, it was just so nice. The gopis felt with that wind blowing through. And the fragrance of all the flowers that are just blooming now, that fragrance is also increasing the sense of the surroundings. Vilasini Shatavimohanam. And the hundreds of gopis that are present there, it is just captivating all of them. Kamini Ritihi Yamini Shukhanu Kamani Yakanite Bhavan. Kamini, all these women who are present there, Yamini Shukhanu, along these nights of Sharat, many nights of Sharat, Kamani Yakanidhe Bhavan, you are the only one who are to be desired, and they desired you. So in these nights of Sharad Ritu, Purnasam Madarasarnamam Kamapi Yogikam Yamanubhavayan, you gave them that rasa, you gave them that experience, that bliss, which could probably be attained only by yogis. Yogikam Anubhavayan. Brahma Shankara Mukhana Piha Pashupanganasu Bahumanayan. These gopis were probably just common folk and who would not have got respect in the normal world. Even Brahma and Shiva came to respect them. That is the status you gave to these gopis. Brahma, Shankara, Mukhan, all the devatas, all the great gods started respecting these gopis, that they became the ideal of devotees. Pashupangana Subahumanayan Bhaktaloka Gamaniya Rupa. Oh Krishna, who is understood only by Bhaktaloka, who is understood only by the group of devotees. Kamaniya Krishna, one who attracts all of us, who is accessible only to the devotees, and one who attracts all of us. Kamaniya Krishna, Paripahima, protect me, says Bhattatri. And that is how the beautiful episode of Rasa Leela, the Rasa Panchadhyayi, comes to an end. We will recite the last verse again. As I told previously, these just by reading this, the Rasa Panchadhyaya itself, the beauty that you get either from reading the 5 Adhyaya, the 5 Dashakams here, or the 5 Adhyayas in Bhagavata, the language itself becomes one of that Brahmic bliss. Just by reading that bhasha, just by reading those verses, you feel that joy within you. By translating them to a different language, probably some of the regional language of Bharata would do a better job at it. But translating that to an alien language like English uses a lot of essence that is present in that Samskrita, which is present in the Anubhava of that Kavi, which is present in the Anubhava of Shukadeva, which is present in the Anubhava of Jnanis. It loses a lot of that bliss. You see, even in various Mahatmas who are speaking about that, very few people would have directly spoken about Rasa Leela in English itself. Many people, all the Mahatmas have spoken about Rasa Leela, that is the extreme ideal, that is the highest ideal of devotion. All of them have spoken. And all of them, many of them would have written poems, but very few would have written it in English. And those who probably told English would have had an excellent experience. Only then you can put it in words. Or just translating this from Sanskrita to English, it is probably one of the most difficult things that I have done. It becomes very difficult to explain these in that kind of a word, because that should be there in the language, that anubhava, that experience should be there in the nerves of the language also. That is why the language is also very important to convey the rasa that is present in that meter that is there. Kamini ritihi yamini shukhalu kamani yakanite bhavan purna sammada rasarnavam kamapi yogigam nyamanubhavayanne Brahma Shankara Mukhana Piha Pashupangana Subahumanayan Bhaktaloka Gamaniya Rupa Kamaniya Krishna Paripahima. So, in Narayaneeyam, the Ekona Saptaitamam, the 69th Dashaka, ends with Rasa Leela. We move on to Dashakam 70. Iti tvayirasakulam kavitavallabhe vallavaha kada vibhuramambika kamidurambika kanane samitya bhavata samam nishi-nishebhya divyotsvavam sukham sushubhuragrasid vrajapamugranāgastada iti tvayirasakulam. So when Krishna was engaged in this Rasa Krida with all the other gopis at this, and Ramita Vallabhe Vallavaha, all the Vallava, the gopis, as they were immersed in this bliss, once when this was happening in the same Sharad Ritu, Ambika Kaminduhu, Ambika Kanane, all the gopas, and along with the Nanda and others, they all went to Shiva's temple that was there in Ambika Kanana close by. There is a place called the Ambika Forest. They all went to the Shiva temple that is there in the Ambika Forest. The Gopas along with Nanda, they went there. Krishna also accompanied them. So if there are 100 Krishnas, there's 100 Gopis there. There's one more Krishna along with these Gopas also here, who is going to the Shiva temple in the Ambika Forest. And there, in that temple, there was a great Utsava. that particular night when they went, there was a great festival. After all that festival, Divyotsavam Nishepya, all of them they slept there itself at night because it was quite late at night. All the Gopas along with Krishna and Nanda, they slept around the premises of that temple itself. When they did this, Sukham Sushupu, one python, one fierce snake came there and it swallowed Nanda Gopa. Vrajavamugranagastada samunmukhamatholmukaihi abhihadevi tasmit balat. All these Gopas, as soon as they saw this, they came armed with sticks and fire and whatnot, and they tried to drive this snake away. They hit it, they tried to burn it, what all they tried, but the snake did not leave Nanda Gopa. Amunchani bhavatpade nyapani pahi pahi jitaihi. They all came and fell at the feet of Krishna and asked him for protection. Tada kalu pada bhavan samupagamya pasparishatam babhu sajanijam samupasatya vidyadhanim. Krishna came close by there. With his foot, he touched that snake and immediately it left that snake body and it took its original rupa as a Vidyadhara. Sudarshanadhara prabhodanu sudarshanakhyosmyaham munin pachidapahasam taiham vyadhurvahasam. Sudarshanadhara prabho, one who wields the Sudarshana chakra. My name is also Sudarshana. I was a Vidyadhara only. And once upon a time, I went and insulted, I played around with some rishis and munis, and they cursed me to become a python. Bhavat pada samarpana namalatang gadosmi tyasau. And he said, because of coming in contact with your feet, now I have become absolutely pure. And stuvan nijapadanyayo brajapadancha gopa muda. Praising the Lord, thus praising Sri Krishna, that he went back to his own loka, the Vidyadhara loka, and all the Gopas, they went back to Vraja. Kada vikhalu sirina. So in this Dashaka, there are various stories there. So the first is the Sudarshana Moksha, the next is a different story now. Kada vikhalu sirina, because Bhattatri has put 3 adhyayas together in this shloka. Adhyaya 34, 35, 36 of Dashamaskandha, he has compressed here in this Dashakam. Kadapi khalu sirina viharati tvai strijanaihi jahara dhanadanuga sakila shankhachudo balaha adidrutam anudrutas tamatha muktanari janam rurojitha shiromani halabhrite cha tasya dadaha. So once upon a time, Shankachuda, one fellow named Shankachuda, who was a follower of Kubera, like he was connected to Kubera, some emissary of Kubera. He ran away with all the gopis. Krishna and Balarama, they were roaming about in the forest along with a few other gopis. This fellow came and he ran away with all the gopis. And immediately Krishna and Balarama, they chased behind Shankachuda and they somehow they got these gopis back. They released the women, and then Shankachuda was killed by Krishna, and the crest jewel of Shankachuda, Krishna gave it to, he presented it to Balarama. Halabhridecha shiromanim halabhridecha tasya adadaha. Dineshu cha suhrijjanis sahabaneshu leela param manobhava manoharam rasita venunada vritam. So like this, for a long time, you just enthralled the gopis and with a lot of leelas, manobhava manoharam, that which just captures the heart of everyone. Rasita Venu, manobhava is Kamadeva. These leelas captured even Kamadeva himself. They captivated even the god of love. Rasita Venu Nada Amritam. And there's just nectar flowing out of the flute every time Krishna plays the flute. And he just spends time in the woods with all the people like this. Bhavanta amaridrisham amritaparanadaginam vichintya kimunalapan virahata pita gopikaha. So the gopikas are always thinking of Krishna, but during the morning he just used to go into the woods like this and listening to the flute. They used to, in the pangs of separations, they used to just keep thinking of Krishna again and again like this. भोजराज भृतकस्त्वथ कश्चित् कष्टदुष्टपथदृष्टिररिष्टः निष्ठुराकृतिरपष्ठुनिनादस्तिष्ठति स्म भवते वृषरूपी. Suddenly, Bhattacharya is changing the topic here, and therefore he is using words to show that he has changed his topic. No more it is not Mridu. He was in the previous shloka he was talking about Gopikas, and therefore it had a beautiful rasa to it. Now there is this Arusura called Arishta, who is the father of Kamsa again. Bodharaja Brutaka is a servant of Kamsa, and he is Dushtapatha. He is also on the evil path. Wow, what to say of him? Kashtam. Arishta, his name is Arishta. Nishthurakriti, his akriti, his shape itself, you cannot look at his shape. He's unlookable. When you look at him, you feel disgusting when you look at him. Avasthudinadaha tittade sma bhavate vrisharubim. So taking the form of a bull and very frightening in appearance, and he making one roaring noise. Fiercely, he just roaring. He came in front of Krishna and he stood wanting to destroy Krishna. Shakvarotha jagati dhatihari murtimesha vrihatim pradadhanah panktimashu parighurnya pashunam chandasan nidhimavava bhavantam. So this bull, Shakvaraha means bull. So he is frightening the whole world because of his huge form. Wherever he goes, people are getting frightened. Vrihatim pradadhanah, so such a huge form he has taken, and he is a bull, but all the cows are running away from him. So huge is his form. Pashunam chandasan nidhimavava bhavantam. You who are to be known by the Vedas, who is the repository of all the Vedas, he came there and he stood in front of you. So here again, it is the talent of Bhattacharya, skill of Bhattacharya. You see, he says, Chandasam nidhim avapa bhavantam. You are the repository of all the Vedas. And he came in front of you and he stood. Chandas also means all the meters. Chandas means Vedas. Chandas also means meters. All these meters are present in the Vedas. That is why Veda is also called Chandaha. Chandamsi and all that. So Chandasam nidhi. So in the first line, if you see, he has used all the 5 meters that are present in the Vedas. Shakvara is 1 meter. Jagati is the other meter. Brihati is the other meter. Dhriti is 1 meter. Pankti is the other meter. Shakvarotha Jagati Dhriti. Shakvara means bull. Shakvara is the meter. Jagati Dhriti. So he is the one who is frightening the whole world. Anybody who is brave, even their Dhriti is gone. That Jagati is using, Jagati is the meter. Murtimesha Brihatim Pradadhanaha. Murti is another meter, Brihati is another meter. Panktimashu Paripurnya Pashunam Chandasam Nidhimavava Bhavantam. Pankti is the 5th meter. Even in while doing Samkhya, if you know, we use all these 5 meter we do, and then we say that we do the Avahana of Gayatri. So all the 5 meters in a different way. Bhattacharya uses it there in the verse itself, and he says Chandasam nidhimavava bhavantam. That is the Shresha Alankara that he uses to great effect this verse. Even for, say, here it is just many asuras have been killed, another asura is going to be killed. So it is almost the same story again and again. But by putting this rasa in that kavya, by using the various instruments of poetry, he makes the poetry more interesting. It is again, Vatsasura has been killed, Bakasura has been killed. It is the same killing again and again. Krishna is going to easily vanquish them. But so many asuras are present. It has to be said in a very interesting manner. The Leela, that is why he uses that. Shakvarotha Jagati Dhatihari Murtimesha Vrihatim Pradadhanaham Pantimashu Parighurnya Pashunan Chandasam Nidhimavava Bhavantam. Tungashringa Mukhamashvabhiyantam Sangrihaya Rabhasadabhiyantam Bhadra Rupa Magidaikyama Bhadra Mardayan Amadayas Suralokam. So all the gods are also frightened of this fellow Arishta. So please the gods also, by delighting the gods, he just caught hold of this Asura Arishta and he crushed him and made him into something that you can not understand. He just crushed him together all together, absolutely fearlessly. caught hold of his horns like this, the head and horns. Tunga Shringa, he caught hold of those horns. But usually horns are very auspicious, they're used in puja. This fellow's horns are also inauspicious. His form itself is inauspicious, abhadram. And though he took an auspicious form of a bull, Bhadra means auspicious, it also means bull. Though he had taken that form, he is abhadra. Bhadra Rupamapi Daityam Abhadram Mardayan. He just crushed that fellow, vanquished him, and threw him away. And he gave delight to everybody in Suraloka. Chitramadya Bhagavan Vrishakhatat Susthirajani Vrishasthitiruryam Vardhate cha Vrishachetasi Bhuyane Modagitya Vimutosi Suraistvam. He uses the word Vrisha thrice in the shloka, and all three meanings are different. Chitramadya Bhagavan Vrishakhatat. Vrisha means bull. So Vrishakhata, by killing this Vrisha, oh great, so wonderful. The lords are praising him. Chitramadya Bhagavan Vrishakhatat. Vrishasthitihi Urvyam Susthira Ajani. Vrisha also means dharma. The padana of dharma has been done properly as it has to be, and therefore it has become firm in this earth. Vrishasthitihi Urvyam Susthira Abhavat. Dharma has become strong. That is the second meaning of Vrisha. Third meaning, Vardhate cha Vrishachetasi Bhuyane Modaha. Vrisha also means Indra. So by destroying this Asura Arishta, Indra is extremely happy. Modagityabirutosi Suraistvam. All the devas are praising the Lord out of happiness like this. Aukshakani Parithavata Duram Dikshyatamayamihoksha Vibhedi Ittamatta Hasitais Saha Gopaihi Eha Gastwamavavata Puresha. So, like this, then he happily went home with all the Gopas, and all the Gopas were joking at him like this. So, all the Gopas, for them, life itself is cows and bulls and everything. So, now Krishna has just killed a bull and he has returned back. So, all the Gopas are joking. Dikshatam, see, the killer of the bulls have come. All these bulls, go away, protect them. Do not let them near the killer of the bull. Ihoksha Vibhedi Vikshyata Paridhavata Duram. Aukshakani Paridhavata Duram. Take your bulls away. The killer of bulls has come here. The killer of bulls. So, like this, Artha Hasitaihi, each one joking among themselves. They are all having a happy time within themselves, joking like this, and they are all extremely elated. Gopaihi Geha Gastvam Ava Vata Puresha. Protect us from all the material world and protect us from all the ailments. O Lord of Guruvayur, protect me, says Bhattatri. And that's how we end with the 70th Dashakam today. We will continue from the 71st Dashakam in the next week. Gopika Jeevanasmaranam Govinda Govinda Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jaya Jaya Rama Rama Hara Namah Parvati Patage Hara Hara Mahadeva Tomamatma Bhavasiddhameva Tonavachim Namatim Chivasti Yatha Daveshtam Guruman Vatheva Mama Uttanathim Ramanam Bhajan.